to Thoughtful Thursdays, and I'm back from my rest and downtime. And believe me, I would advise a lot of you to take this rest and downtime during this pandemic. But what happened during this time is loads of conversations and interesting conversations. And surprisingly, they were about people not asking questions, why people don't speak up, and a conversation with a very senior colleague and a leader said that all this training and all that we do, but nobody really asks any question. Why are we really doing this? And that actually set me thinking. And I said, why does it really happen? And I've lived long enough, and I've seen enough meetings where there are pregnant pauses, people shuffling their feet, hoping like hell that somebody else will ask the question. Because all that happens during this is that you feel that the spotlight is on you, and all you want to do is you want the earth to move, cave in, and so that nobody really points at you or asks you a question. And I was wondering that why is it that people are afraid to ask questions? Why is it that people don't like disagreeing? Or why is it that people are afraid of challenging the status quo? And it all boils down to just this one thing, that you don't want to look foolish or be embarrassed or be ridiculed in front of others. I often find that very scary because when you're in a large conference room, so many people, and suddenly, people ask you, do you have a question? And I thought about it a lot more, and I've realized that I can only share my experiences with you. And I've learned from the best, and I've learned from my mentor. My very early days when I used to go for meetings and I was asked to keep quiet and listen. And I was always amused when Wispy Doctor asked this question. Can I ask you a naive question? And I always thought, doesn't he know everything? Did they already give us all the information that we needed? And then he would say, can I ask you a naive question? And the moment he did that, I felt everybody relaxed. Suddenly the mood or the environment changed because of a lot of questions. And this one question actually spiraled a lot of discussion. And often at the end of the meeting, when I would, go to the washroom and before leaving, there were many people who would say, thank God you asked the question. Thank God you guys asked all of this, because even we were wondering. And that was something that I copied shamelessly. And I would urge you to copy this statement. Can I ask a naive question? Because the moment you do that, you tell the world that you don't know, and you're okay with asking a simple foolish question. The second point on this disagreeing, challenging the status quo, asking the question is, often leaders need to create this environment of sharing their own mistakes. If we don't share our mistakes, then people will think that they can never ever push back. They can never ever disagree. They can never ask a question. And I think sharing mistakes and showcasing our own vulnerability invites people to ask, as I would say, the naive question or the simple question. Also realizing that we are human beings and we are open to making mistakes. And therefore sharing mistakes becomes a very powerful tool for getting people in your team to speak up, ask questions, and challenge the status quo. In fact, I love it when people challenge and say, I disagree with you, or I don't agree with your point of view, and presents an alternative point of view. And I think it is not easy to do that. I think a culture has to support that kind of candor. And I love the article by Harvard Business Review on intellectual variety. And it says that you need to provide the air cover for exchange of candor. And I would honestly suggest that we need to give this a thought for our own organizations, for our own team, so that people actually start asking those kind of questions. If you like what I say and you want to know more, reach out to us on all our social media handles. And I'd love to talk about this.